Hello? All right. We're getting things going. Fashionably late. 5:30. It says 5:30 on the dot. I try to be punctual. Something I try to do. If you guys can hear me well, let me know. I'd appreciate it. Still getting the kinks out of the mic. Sam's Tango Web. It says, Bueller, Sam, you can hear me okay? Just let me know. Hopefully you see me okay. My internet's been a little questionable lately, so I don't know. I noticed that the live stream I did yesterday that they kind of jumped in and out, the one I did on Jeffrey's channel. So we'll see if it's doing the same thing today. I hope not. So hopefully everything is great. And it looks like everybody's jumping in here. Rich Martinez, how are you? What's up? So, Rich, last week, if I not, was that you last week that kept saying hello, and I didn't say hello back? I don't know for sure, but if it was, I went back and I looked through the comments later because I watched the video again, and I don't remember if I said hello to you, and I want to apologize if that's you, and I didn't say hello last week. I saw it. I saw you on there a few times, and I was like, man, I don't think I said hello to Rich. And I made a mental note this time to say hello and say thank you so much for joining and everything. So I want you to know that you had a place right here in my mind over the last 7 days, and I'm glad you're here. So I'm glad I was able to get caught up and stuff. Looks like we got a bunch of people jumping in. Let me say hello. Barbarian Kung Fu, hello. Let's see. Bobby Beltran, hello. Hey, how's it going, Bobby Beltran? Let's see. Steve Waterman. Steve's in here. Welcome, Steve. Appreciate you showing up. Michael Porson. I'm still working on that name. How's it going, Michael? I appreciate you being here. The boy who had 7 talks comic books. How you doing? He's got a nice long name that you got to remember when you type in his channel. Appreciate that. Manzano, hello from San Antonio, Texas. Very cool. How you doing? What's that? Fidencio Manzano. Hello from San Antonio, Texas. I've been to Texas a couple times. I was there and went to the Dallas Cowboys Stadium or something like that I don't remember what it was for, but very cool. And we got some other people. We're already up to 26 people, and we've been live for 3 minutes, so it's doing all right. We got some nice stuff we're going to go over today. I just got done reading a bunch of books, so I'll kind of give you my thoughts of some of the books I read, and we got some topics to go over. New York City Comic-Con is going on. There's some news been dropping all day from New York City Comic-Con. We can talk about that. Jason Smith is in here. Hello, Jason. JD, hello, Bueller. Passenger in the car heading to con. Nice. All right, JD, what con are you going to? I think you mentioned something to that. You're not going to, are you in New York? I don't know. Double S comic reader. What's up, Bueller? Beauty Bueller. All right, thank you so much. Sarah Marie gives me 2 hand paws. There you go, Sarah Marie. High five. I get high five. 2 high fives. Manzano says, always enjoy your videos. Thank you so much. I enjoy making them because they're a lot of fun. Queer, I don't know. Hi from Puerto Rico, Quiro. You know, yeah, I wish there was something that would pronounce it for me, and then I could say it, and then I wouldn't feel so bad after I butcher the name. But he says, hello from Puerto Rico. Hello. Thank you from Puerto Rico. Awesome. Ruben's here. Yeah, I saw Ruben. And we got Miss Hustle, of course. Miss Hustle doing great. She's awesome. One of my favorites. MVP comic book community. Jesse Bickmore. Hello. G. Marie. Waves and the peace sign. That's always good. Let's see. Rich Martinez is jumping in to he's got a question, and that's a good question. And I actually that's an easy answer because there's a really cool book that came out this week. He asked I would like to know what your favorite variant cover this week is. And then we have Tim Dunham. He has a little monkey on there. That's pretty cool. I've never seen a monkey before. I'll take it. Thank you, Tim. I appreciate it. And then Chris Nolan. Hello from Georgia. That's awesome. Georgia's pretty cool. Cape Mayor 1. Cape Mayor 1. Chattanooga, Tennessee. Cape Mayor 1. Are you aware that you won the giveaway for September? Because I don't think I've heard from you, Cape Mayor 1. You won the September giveaway. And I'm glad you're in here because I don't want those books anymore. I want to send them out. So Cape Mayor 1, my email is at the bottom of all my videos. Please send me an email with your address on there, and I will get those out to you, my friend, because you were the winner of some books. So I'm glad you're in here. That's awesome. Bake the Snake, hello. Thanks for being here. Yeah, Cape Mayor 1 says, I did not know that. See, it pays off watching the live stream because I was like, I drew 2 names, and you were obviously the first winner, and then I drew a second name just in case I didn't hear from the winner. And I was going to give it a couple weeks, and I was going to bring it up again on my next coffee video and stuff. And but you won. So like I said, make sure to drop me an email. My email is at the bottom of my videos. Send me your information. I will pick that up and get it sent out to you, my friend. So thank you. What's up, Master of the Dollies? That's from Damon. Thank you. JD just gave a super chat of $2. That's pretty cool because I got the super chat thing on my channel now, and you know what? It's anything helps, to be honest with you, because there's a lot of stuff I want to do. Like I added a new microphone, which is great. I'm gonna try to get better lighting and a bunch of things. So any support towards the podcast is appreciated, and it just goes right back around to make more and more videos and hopefully better videos. And who knows? I can maybe convince someone to be a co-host as well. And if they see like super chats or whatnot, like, well, okay, that sounds good, but you never know. But anyway, I want to go ahead and get to, there was a question because we're going to jump on the books right now. And this was from Rich Martinez. He said, what was your favorite variant cover of the week? And that's actually sitting right here because it's on my pull list. And it's this one right here. This is the Cosmic Ghost Rider number 4 with the Ghost Rider himself on the cover. I mean, that book is just amazing. I mean, that's a piece of art. I mean, they're all art, but this is a piece of art. And it's there's nothing on the front. It's just the picture itself. So as far as variant goes, and for Marvel, this is the one by far. I was really looking forward to this. I saw this on my preview video, and I was just hoping my LCS would get a copy, and they didn't. So I had to go somewhere else and buy this book. So I love that one. That was my pick of the week as far as variant covers go. Let's kind of check in here. We got 43 people watching. Thank you so much. Anthony Fleming said, what's up, Bueller? It's all good, Anthony. Thank you for joining us. JD says, thanks for the shout outs. You deserve it, JD. And you guys, everybody watching, JD has a contest going on right now. And you can win free comics. I mean, that's all there is to it. Just go to his channel. He's got a contest video on there. And, you can enter, or you can do a video. I think there's multiple ways for you to enter. And he's giving away free comics. And what's better than 50-cent comics? Free comics. So it's pretty cool. So it's awesome. Let's see. Jam session. Hello, Bueller. How's everyone? Everyone's doing fine, my friend. I had a great week. And I got to spend the day yesterday with some friends. And I'll kind of talk about that in a little bit. But it was a lot of fun. Chris Nolan, can you put my name for the giveaway? Chris, sure. All you got to do is go to my coffee video and just leave a comment on one of my coffee videos. Those come out every Monday. And just leave a comment. You can just say hello, or how you doing, or whatever you want. Just put a comment on there and you're automatically entered. That's all you got to do. It's the comics, coffee, and comments videos. They come out for the most part every Monday morning. So that's all you got to do, Chris. Let's see. Damon Lenzen gave a super chat of $5, and he says, you owe me a coffee. So you come into town, You want a coffee? Coffee's on me. At the coffee shop that sponsors our coffee videos, it's on me. So it's a lot of fun. So yeah, I'll get you a coffee there, Damon Lenzen, anytime. Not that you don't have like 75 those free cards for coffee. So whatever, right? Let's see here. G. Marie, yeah, that Wonder Woman cover was sick. The Wonder Woman one is pretty good too. I don't know if I have that one. I do have that Wonder Woman one. I know what you're talking about. I do have that one. Jose Lopez, my favorite. Lucky managed to get one. That's cool. My LCS sold out. None even made the shelves. Are you talking about that? Are you talking about that one, the Ghost Rider one? Lopez, is that the one you're talking about? Witching Hour 1 variant is killer. Yep, Witching Hour 1 variant is killer, and that's by Tim Dunham. And he said the Witching Hour variant is killer, and it is killer. So I was able to pick that up yesterday. It was still sitting on the shelf. There's a couple of them at a different LCS that we went to, and I was able to pick that up. So that was fantastic. I'm very happy to get that. And since I'm holding this book right now, let me kind of, because I started to read this book, and let me kind of do a quick review on this book. I started reading it and I stopped. I got about, I don't know, 8 pages into it, and you really need, even though it's Wonder Woman and Justice League Dark, The Witching Hour #1, you need to go back and read the Justice League Dark, the issue 1, 2, and 3 before you read this. And I have not done that yet. So it's the story was intriguing, but I felt I was lost because I didn't read those 3 books. So do yourself a favor. If you're wanting to read this book and you haven't read the Justice League Dark, the 1, 2, and 3, hold off. Just hold the book. Go get those other books, read them, and then go to this book because you'll be lost if you haven't read those. But for what I did read, it made me want to go back and buy those books. So that's pretty important. That should tell you something about the book itself. So anyway, what I did read, I enjoyed, and now I'm going to go back and read the Justice League Dark 1, 2, and 3. So that is that one. Let me go down here. Let's see, Leonardo, awesome, Leonardo. I love the little profile picture. Sup, hello from Green Bay. Green Bay, nice, very cool. Let's see. Oh, Piddle Diddle Cakes or what? Paradiddle Dakes. Is Witching Hour #1 variant cover price too? I bought it off the shelf yesterday at cover price. I've seen it selling for $15 online and sold price for $15. But myself and Jeffrey Comic-Con, who is in the chat right now, we were hanging out yesterday and we went and picked it right off the shelf for cover price. So they're still sitting there. You just gotta get lucky, I guess. But like I was saying, Jeffrey Comic-Con, he's in here, and he's a great guy. We got to get to know each other yesterday and this morning and stuff. And he came all the way here from Fresno, California, and he had some family in Oregon that were down south. And then he took a train up here to the Portland area, and we hung out all day yesterday. And we went comic shopping at multiple shops, and we had a great time. And great guy, and I had a lot of fun. So I can't say anything more than that. But awesome time. I mean, we hit 3 different shops. We bought a bunch of books, and I'll show maybe a few of those that we bought. But it was a real pleasure getting to know Jeffrey in person, because he does he just started doing YouTube himself, and he's got a channel that he's working on, and he's really enjoying it. So it was awesome to kind of spend time with him and talk about doing YouTube videos and things that you can do to possibly get your more people to see your videos type thing. We discussed that quite a bit, and but it was a lot of fun. So just a good time. Let's see here. I'm behind again. Let's see. I really do appreciate you putting out those contests. The contests, some of us don't have the ability to make videos, so do appreciate you putting us in the drawing for the win. Thank you. That's from Ruben. So the monthly giveaways I do now for October, and I'll just kind of jump into that here in a second. I don't have it's not video entry anymore. There's no more video entries. I won't ask anybody to make videos. I'm trying to make it as easy as you can. It's a monthly giveaway. All you do is leave whatever comment you want to do on the Monday videos, and you are entered. That's it. There's nothing more to it. You can say, I don't like this video, and you're entered, whether you like it or not. So yeah, nobody has to make any videos, because not everybody makes a video, but I want everyone to have an opportunity to win something cool. And that kind of leads me into what October's coolness is. And some of you guys have probably already seen these, but I'm going to go over them right now. And because they're kind of cool prizes for October. And there are a bunch of autograph books, and they're going to be free. So it's kind of cool. This is Ultimate Spider-Man number 15, autographed by Mark Bagley. So that's in October's giveaway. And this is Star Wars Thrawn by Jody Houser, the writer. That's in the giveaway. And then I have Luke Cage number 1. And that's the autograph by the writer, David Walker. That's also in the giveaway. And then I have this one, which is the Hellboy one. And this is autographed by Mike Mignola. That's the creator of Hellboy. That's in the giveaway. And then another one is Venom number 1. And that is autographed by Donnie Cates right there. And then I'm also giving away the Venom Space Hulk number 12, the one that was on the Hot 12 list. It's somewhere, I don't know where it's in a box. I just gave away a copy to Jeffrey because I had some extras, and I just gave him one. But I have some other ones sitting there, so that'll be in there as well. And then I have a hardbound book, Avenger Academy permanent record, never been opened, so that'll be in October giveaway. And like I said, just leave a comment and you get them. The cool thing is I have a video coming out that has all the people that are autographed those books. It's a video of all them. I'm featuring the creators, and they're all autographing those books right there, and they're showing them to the camera. And that video will probably be out this weekend. So you'll be able to see all the books and actually see the people autographing them and everything. So it's kind of cool. Let me go ahead and look in the chat here real quick, because I'm probably missing a bunch of stuff again. That's okay. We're having fun. Somebody just left me a message. I don't know what it was, but somebody did. GM says, Bueller bringing the heat. G. Marie ditto. LOL. I want Spider-Man or Venom. I want Spider-Man or Venom. I haven't. Let's see. Steve Waterman, I think I said hello. Yeah, I said hello to Steve. How you doing, Steve? Pages, films, and plastics. Hi, Bueller. Can't stay too long outside having a few beers, buddy. We'll see you. You download a video. Cheers. All right, Pages, films, and plastics. I appreciate you just dropping by and saying hello. That's always nice. And there's some other people in here, and we're going to let you guys kind of hang out and have a good time, because I think that's what this is all about. And one thing I wanted to say is, I was bringing this up to Rich because I missed his comments last week. If for some reason I miss your comments during a live stream, and I'll be honest, the things move pretty fast. And last week we had around 90 people at one time watching, and the comments were just going, and it wouldn't stop. And I missed some, and I felt bad. But if I do miss you, make sure you come back to the video and leave a comment down below and say, hey, you can say whatever you want, but you just let me know, hey, I was in the chat, really enjoyed it, or you missed me in the chat or something like that. But leave a comment on this video down below when it's posted, and I'll make sure to get back to you, okay? Because I actually was like, when I missed Rich's one, I went through and I was trying to find, does he have a channel, or is there any way I can get a hold of him just to tell him thank you and stuff? And I wasn't able to find like any information, like sending email and stuff like that. So I left a note in my mind. I was like, I gotta make sure I don't do that in the future. So let's go ahead and show you some other books that came out this week that were on my list, and they're kind of cool. And Jam Session says, don't forget to hit that like button, everyone. I appreciate that. You can hit the like button. You can hit the dislike button. You can hit the power button if you totally don't like it. But I appreciate everybody being here. It's a lot of fun. This one is new. This is X-Men Black #1. Came out this week. These are just one shots. They got another one coming out next week, like a Mojo. It's X-Men Black Mojo. This is the Magneto one. I haven't read it yet. I'm going to read it this weekend. That one's kind of neat. And then this one, I guess, is kind of picking up a little bit of steam. It's that Deadpool, the Garbage Pail Kid type ripoff, I guess, if you want to say. And it's kind of a neat looking cover. I don't really read Deadpool that much, but I do have it on my pull list, and it was sitting in my box, so I figure I might as well pick it up. It's kind of a neat looking cover. The artwork inside, I'm not a huge fan of the artwork. It's very cartoony, but the cover looks really cool. And this is another new book. This is Typhoid Fever, Spider-Man, and this is one of the variant covers that was available. And I have not checked this out yet, but this is on my list to read this weekend. So kind of a neat looking cover. I like that. There's a bunch of covers for this, and so this is the one I picked out. And then I think this is a new book this week. I'm not sure if it was last week or this week, but me and Jeffrey saw this one at a shop we went to. It was still sitting on the shelf. It's the variant cover of the Captain Marvel, Life of Captain Marvel #3. So picked that one up. Thought it was a neat looking cover. Very cool. And like I said, I'm not sure if it's new this week or last week, to be honest. And then, of course, I got a couple of what ifs and some True Believer $1 goodness. This is what if Avengers had fought evil during the 1950s. There you go, $1. I get these every week. And what if Jane Foster had found the hammer of Thor? It's kind of funny when you think about it, because eventually she did become Thor type thing. So kind of a prelude to what happened, in recent years. So that's kind of neat. And then this one I know came out last week, but my local shop did not get this one in. And so I said, hey, can you order it for me? And he did. So he ordered this one. And this is probably my Marvel cover for last week. That was awesome. I mean, look at that. Ooh, it's a perfect Halloween book. But it's Venom First Host #5. And I read this one, and the series itself, because it's over, this is the last one. It didn't really, it was okay. It wasn't anything particularly entertaining, but that cover right here is awesome. So I enjoyed that. And then I'll go ahead and get into the books that I read, because I read like 5 or 6 books, and I want to talk about those books before we move on to some other things. But let me jump in the chat here real quick. And I'm probably missing some, but that's all right. Raymond Dean, hello. Are all the X-Men Black about variants? About villains? I mean, yeah, they're all about villains. I'm sorry. Are all the X-Men Black issues about villains? They are. Like next week's Mojo, and then there's a Juggernaut one coming out. And then I think a couple other ones. So yeah, they're about the villains. Let's see. Jeffrey's there. Captain Marvel, yeah. Brett Hess is what's up, Bueller Meister. How you doing, Brett Hess? Hopefully you're having a great start to your weekend. Let's see. Yeah, Dead Rabbit was a good start. Dead Rabbit. I look for that variant cover of Dead Rabbit, because that's kind of the one I would want to get. But I've heard some good things about that Dead Rabbit book. So I'll definitely, if I don't find the variant by next week, I'll just get the regular one. Let's see. Bake the Snake is in here. Did I say hi to Bake the Snake? I might not have. And if I didn't, shame on myself. Jenny says, awesome. How you doing, Jenny? Thank you for joining. Jenny said awesome, and that's pretty awesome. So that's awesome. Easy Nader Gamer, Suicide Squad 47 variant next week looks great. It does look great. It since we're on that, we might as well just talk about that. So you guys all know I do my sneak peek videos that usually come out Thursday morning, or this week it came out Wednesday night, and that's for the comics that are coming out next week. There was a couple comics that didn't make it onto the list, and I put a little note in the description. It's just because the images were not available at the time when I was putting that video together. So, and one of them was the Suicide Squad #47 variant, I believe. And then I saw it later, and it looks awesome. I feel bad I wasn't able to get that cover in there. I got the A cover in there, and then the A cover for another one was in there also. So that was, at least I had those in there. And then on the other note, I want to talk about that video. And there's a mistake in that video, and that's also, there's a little note in the description. The very first comic I show is Amazing Spider-Man #7. And that Amazing Spider-Man #7 on the digital version is the wrong cover. It's issue #6 from the last one that came out. And here's the thing: I source all my material through multiple sources to get images to make that video. Every source that I used and double checked, and I kind of had when I saw that cover, I was like, that looks familiar. You know, something didn't click, like it seemed right. And when I looked into it, I went and I double checked. I'll go check on Midtown Collectibles, and they showed the wrong cover. So then I went and checked on the preview website. They had the wrong cover, and so did like 3 other websites. All had the wrong cover, and as of this morning, they all had the wrong cover as well. So unfortunately, we all made a mistake, and we all showed the wrong cover. We showed the old cover for issue 7, and the issue 7 cover that's out next week will obviously be a different one that's on that video. But it is the first one that's on that video. It's the very first comic, so it leaves a glaring impression, you know. And a few people kind of mentioned that and stuff, and I just want to let you know it's I ain't perfect, and trust me, I've been told that many times. So anyway, I hope you guys understand. I made a mistake. I'll try not to do it. I'll double check even more, and we'll go from there. Anyway, let's see. So there's some more people in here. Darwin Gomez, what's up, everyone? How you doing, Darwin? Stay Puff 1983. Sup, Bueller? How you doing, Stay Puff? Nice to have you. Probe 186 says, "What's up, Bueller and friends?" Let's see. Everyone's jumping in. Everyone's saying hello. You got that? You're killing me, Smalls. Look like a backwards hat. You're killing me. I use that line all the time. You're killing me, Smalls. I think I used it last night on a live stream on Jeffrey's channel. Found this channel from Comic Tom. Thanks, Darwin. You know, Comic Tom is a good friend of mine. We talked quite a bit. We actually were talking last week right before he went live for the first time, and I was trying to help him set up, and then he called me like right after they were done to see how things went and stuff. So Comic Tom's a good guy. We kind of work together in a lot of stuff that we do. So I appreciate you coming over here from his channel, and he's a good choice. If you like his channel, it's a great channel. So let's see. Just League 11 Matina variant is killer. Aquaman with lots of sharks. Yep, that's another good one. Let's see. Yeah, he got you back in the comics. Yep. Tom covers a lot of information. He really helps out, you know, and you've seen me on his videos because he's posted some of my preview videos on his videos type thing. I love signed comics. Says, "Hey Bueller, how you doing?" Or "Hey Bueller, glad I was able to catch you live. Thank you, appreciate that." And Marvel Joey 67. "Hello, I just started watching your videos. Keep up the good work." Thank you so much, Marvel Joe 67. I appreciate that. And we got 62 people in here watching, and that's fantastic. And kind of let me go into the books I read, and I want to talk about the books. And so this is one that came out this week, and this is the variant cover of the Superior Octopus #1, and the cover is cool. You know, it's a throwback to the old Dr. Octopus cover and stuff. And there's, you know, Dr. Octopus has gone through a lot of changes over the years. He's now a good guy, and is self-conscious, was in a new body and all this stuff. So it's a little confusing for me, because during the time when all that was going on, I wasn't collecting comics. And so this is my first foray into what is known as the Superior Octopus. So I wanted to read it. It's a brand new series. And let me kind of just give you my thoughts. I'll do reviews on books, but I won't go into detail on the plots because I don't want to ruin it for you guys. So I try to stay as vague as possible. But what I can say is, what I took away from this book is the Superior Octopus character. He's kind of a cross between Spider-Man and Tony Stark, you know, and he's very wealthy, and you know, when he's not doing this thing, he's all dressed up, you know, very dapper and everything. And the one thing I can see from reading this book is he's very powerful. I was surprised how powerful he was. And even though he's a good guy, after reading this book, I left saying, you know what? It seems like something he might be able to be corrupted by internally or external forces. And so that was very intriguing to me, because he is very powerful and stuff. But I really enjoyed the book. I thought the artwork was pretty good. It wasn't the best, but it was all right. And it was a good story. It was a good read from start to finish. I was engaged, and it had a couple violent scenes, which I was a little unexpected for. But he's very intelligent. He's a very intelligent character. Like he's a step ahead from all the people that he's encountering, and I thought that was really cool. So I think you should pick this up. It's Superior Spider-Man #1. It was a good read. I'm looking forward to the rest of the series. It'll hook you in the beginning, and if you're not familiar with Superior Octopus, not Spider-Man, this is a good jumping on point, I believe. So, because it kind of recaps in the very beginning how the Superior Octopus came about, and I found that most intriguing, just reading the recap and where this character came from. So that really helped me out a lot to enjoy the book a lot more. So definitely a good read. See that? I didn't spoil anything for you, and I give you a decent review, and that's what I'm trying to do. And then I read this one. And this is The Death of the Inhumans #4, a great looking cover. I love the cover. And I believe there's one more in this series. I think it's a 5-part series, maybe 6, but I think it's 5. There's a nice little twist about the villain that's in this book at the end. It kind of throws you for a loop, and Vox is the name of the villain. And, without giving it away, there's a nice little twist, and you find out some information about Vox that I wasn't expecting. And I don't know if it's legit or just a swerve, but it's definitely worth reading to the end and finding out what that twist is. The artwork in here is a lot of fun. It's a fun story. It's written by Donny Cates, and he's been doing a great job. So it's definitely worth checking out and reading, especially if there's only one more issue, because they can wrap that twist up that they put in here, or that swerve, and hopefully it leads somewhere good. And he's been killing a lot of the Donny Cates has been killing a lot of the Inhumans, Death of the Inhumans, and there possibly is a death in here, or there possibly isn't. At one time, there could have been, and then I was like, what happened? And I still don't know. So I don't think I've given anything away because I don't know what happened. So there you go. Let me jump in the chat here because this is going pretty fast. And let's see. And I want to say thanks again to Damon Lenzen for the super chat, for the $5 super chat. I appreciate that, my friend. And JD also for the $2 super chat. That's awesome. I really appreciate it, you guys. Let's see. Hulk Nuts. Hulk Nuts is in here. I love Hulk Nuts. I always say it, but I just like saying Hulk Nuts. So how you doing, Hulk Nuts? That's awesome. Carlito's in here. How you doing, Carlito? Nice to have you in here. That's cool. Let's see. And then Papa Lucha. Awesome. Hola, amigos. Hello. Hola, amigos. Papa Lucho. Nice to have you. Michael De La Rosa. Hello, everyone. Hello. And then we got Reggie Simmons. Kate's is killing it. Yep. I couldn't agree more. How you doing, Reggie? I appreciate your kind words. You left me a comment. I think you said Bueller for president. I don't want that job. But I appreciate that, Reggie. Let's see. Did somebody else get super murdered in the Death of the Inhumans? I don't know. That's the thing. I left reading that book saying, I don't know what just happened. So it could be either way. So, but it's entertaining. And then let's see. We got some other people in here. And people are laughing at me, maybe. I don't know. Hey, Bueller, if you had to pick up one book this week, what would it be? It might surprise you. It's actually the last one that, and it doesn't have anything to do with variants or nothing like that. It's because something I wanted to read that I haven't read for a while, and I enjoyed it. So it's the one after this book. So let me talk about this one. I read this one right here. This is the Batman #56. And I haven't read a Batman book for a while. And it was okay. There was talking about some characters I wasn't familiar with and stuff. And so that kind of lost me. There's a great panel in here. That's the whole 2 pages, really great artwork that I really liked. It had like Batman walking in the snow, and I thought that was really good. And it's a little violent and stuff, towards the end of the book, which was surprising. But it was okay. It didn't leave him any lasting appeal. I wouldn't recommend go get it. You got to read it. But it was okay. And I don't know how Batman has been lately, because after 50 and the whole wedding debacle, I kind of, I'm going to stay away from that. I like the Batman Dan book. I thought that was great. But this one was okay. And it's got that shiny cover. And you guys all know I like shiny covers. And I told my LCS, every single shiny cover for DC that comes in, just put one in my box. I'll take it. I don't care what it is. So I'm going to have the whole collection of their the foil covers for this one. So let's see. Crawford Mason, hey JD, Carlito, do you spit in the face of people who don't want to be cool? Oh, I know what that Crawford said. Do you spit in the face of people who don't want to be cool? That's a Carlito reference from the WWE. I know exactly what you're talking about. He's got an apple. That's awesome, man. Awesome. Let's see. Ara, I butcher your name as well. I did that last time. Ara Galinian. Howdy, how's it going, Ara? And Comics Adventure, go back and read Batman 55. 56 will then make more sense. Okay, Comics Adventure. And Comics Adventure, that's the local shop that I go to, and that lets me buy comics there, which I appreciate that, Comics Adventure. You're fantastic. If you guys haven't checked out Comics Adventure, they have a Facebook page, and you can check that out. And it's a lot of fun. And this last book I got, and this is the one I read. I haven't read this a Spawn book for a long time. And I was like, you know what? Let's give it a shot. Let's read a Spawn book. The cover looked great, and I haven't bought a Spawn book for a while, but I picked it up because the cover was awesome, and I sat down. Todd McFarlane is writing it, and I liked it. I enjoyed it. I was surprised. It's and I'll kind of give some of the stuff away in this book because it's just not a very it's not a book that sells a lot of copies. But Spawn is trying to reform like a team of anti-heroes, and he's recruiting some of the old people from the very beginning of the Spawn books and stuff to make a team. And I thought that was very interesting, and that he was doing that because they were some of it not really heroes. They were some of his nemesis that he went up against, and he's trying to put them together to do battle and stuff like that. And the clown guy was in there, and I haven't seen that guy for a long time, and I enjoyed him. And he makes a move on Spawn, and it was all premeditated by Spawn to let him do it, and then he kind of sets him up type thing. So I enjoyed that. I miss McFarlane's artwork. I wish he was still drawing some of these books and inside because they were great, but he's just writing. But I really enjoyed stepping back into Spawn and reading this book. So if you guys haven't read this book, this is probably my pick of the week. I know it's kind of out of left field, but I enjoyed it. I enjoyed revisiting those characters where I used to have the figures for and stuff, because they were all in here again. And it was a good book. A little violent, as most Spawn books are, but it's a good read. And honestly, the best thing about this book, it's still a $2.99 cover price, and every other book right now is $3.99. So it's nice to have a book that's still $2.99. And how long that's going to last, probably not much longer. Probably next issue will probably be $3.99. But anyway, it's a great book. It's my pick of the week. Something a little different. Hopefully you guys get a chance to check this out. There's like 3 different variants available. This is the A cover. The B cover is a black and white one. And then there's a C cover, which is the same black and white, but it's the virgin copy. It doesn't have any of the writing and stuff on it. And the book itself, inside all the pages, they're all black and white as well. So it's kind of cool. So anyway, those were the books I read this week and kind of picked up. Let me go back in here and check the chat. We got 60 people watching right now, so thank you to everybody who's watching. We're having a lot of fun, and I got some other topics to talk about. So we got things to do, but I want to get back and just kind of see what's going on in the chat here. Miss Hustle's still doing her thing, of course. Go back and read 55. Comics Adventure. Thanks again. Did your foil cover have staple dimples on it? All the copies of my LCS had them. Carlito, no. I looked at my copies of the foil ones. There was one that had a little ding in it, but it wasn't bad. But I've heard that a lot of those foil covers, all the foil covers for that matter, were getting damaged or whatnot. And it's not the LCS's fault. That's how they're being shipped out, and they're just, I don't know, like they're not taking care of them. But yeah, mine all look pretty good. And you know what? Even if they did have like a dimple in them, I really wouldn't. It doesn't bother me because I'm not reselling them, and they still look good. You put them in a nice shiny bag, and they look all shiny as well. So, I love Assigned Comics' foils. Have been looking killer. Yeah, I like them. I think they're kind of a different thing. I don't know. I know they're doing more next week. There's a bunch of foil covers for next week, and I don't know how many more after that. But they are a lot of fun. Let's see. There's Sam still in there. Simon Comics, how you doing? Thanks for joining us, Simon. Did you the Barbarian Kung Fu says, did you hear Curse of Brimstone 7 has been recalled? Apparently it's missing a page. I did not hear that, and if I'm not mistaken, I have that one still sitting in my box at my LCS, so that would be kind of cool to know that it's still there. And if it's been recalled, that it might affect the value of the comic. Probably won't. I don't know. As Tom would say, the Matina cover is dope. He always says dope. Let's see. Let me go up here again. See, when there's so many people in the chat, and it's awesome to have all these people in the chat, this thing jumps like crazy, and I missed up, and I feel bad that I missed up. But let's go ahead and scroll down here. David Salinas. Hello, David. I don't think I said hello to you. Brandon Stawinski Comics. Brandon's in here. Nice to have you in here, my friend. And okay, I think I got caught up on like who's in here. But let's go ahead and talk about some of the topics I want to go over. First things first, we hit 2,000 subs this week. And that's fantastic. So I want to say thank you to everybody who supported the channel. We had 2,000. We're almost at 2,100 right now. But like this week, honestly, has probably been our best week that we've ever had. I think we picked up close to almost 300 subs in the last week. So that's amazing. I want to say thank you. I appreciate all your guys' support and all your kind words. And, if you're sharing my videos, I appreciate that. Or if you're telling friends, I appreciate that as well. So thank you. I have a lot of fun doing this, and I'm not going to stop anytime soon. And I've got other things I've been planning on doing, and I really am humbled and appreciate it. And it's pretty cool, to be honest with you. I already talked about the sneak peek. I already talked about the giveaway. I already talked about the missed comments. I wanted to talk about my day yesterday, and I know it's so this is what it is. In my videos, in my Monday videos, and if you guys check those out, and I always say, if you ever come into town, let me know. We'll go hang out and have a coffee. I mean that. That is 100% true. A perfect example is Jeffrey Comic-Con, who's in this thing. I have never met Jeffrey before. I've commented on his videos, and we've interacted in chat before. And he contacted me and said, hey, I'm going to be around the area. Would you mind if I come up and we hang out? And I was like, Jeffrey, I'm excited to have you up here. Let's go do it, man. And he came up here at 8 o'clock in the morning yesterday. I picked him up at the train station, and we were going from 8 o'clock till all the way last night. And we had a great time. We went to multiple comic shops. We went and had coffee two times. We went to the coffee shop. And we just enjoyed each other's company. And the second comic shop we went to, Sam's Tangled Web, he's in here as well. He joined us because he's local. And all three of us got together, and we were out going comic book shopping. And honestly, there's nothing better than going out comic book shopping with fellow comic collectors and just having a good time. And I can't say thank you enough to Jeffrey for coming up here. But you know what? If anyone is ever around the area, and if they let me know, And if you want to go hang out and get a coffee and go comic book hunting, I would be ecstatic to hang out and get to meet some of you and just have a good time, because that's definitely what we did. So I appreciate it, Jeffrey and Sam. I thought it was a good time. That's what we did yesterday. We drove by Dark Horse Comics, so Jeffrey got to see where Dark Horse is. I need a drink. That's pretty cool. And so that was really cool. And I just wanted to say thank you to Sam and Jeff. I really appreciate it, along with everybody else. So like I said, let me know. You can message me on Instagram at Comics with Bueller. I think that's how it works. Yeah. And a little private message and say, hey, I'm going to be in town, and I'll get back to you. And, there we go. But I want to switch gears now, and we'll get into some topics. And one of the topics I want to talk about is the Venom movie. Okay. So how many people have seen the Venom movie? I think it came out late last night, and it's been out all day today. And, the reviews have not been the best. Does that like have an impact when you go to see the movie? Do you already going in there saying, the reviews are bad, this is going to be bad? Because I try not to do that, because, it's kind of like if you look at a food and you're like, I bet you that doesn't taste good. And then you taste it and you're already preconditioned to think it tastes bad. You're going to think it tastes bad. So I'm just curious if it's hard to separate that from seeing a review and then going, because you're already going in there thinking, it's not very good. And then you're like, yeah, I see what they're saying. Are you able to separate that review from the reality of doing it? It's a hard thing to do. I struggle with it. But let me see what's in the chat here. Let's see. Brett says, seeing it tomorrow. That's cool. Crawford Mason says, I don't know if you can love the comic community. This community haven't been inviting to me. You know what? I will tell you this, Crawford Mason. This is kind of off subject, and I won't spend too long on it, because I want to talk about the Venom. If that has been your finding so far, it's kind of surprising. And because I'm new to the comic book community myself, and when I jumped in, I was greeted by many, many people, and I can't say thank you enough to those people. So if that has been your experience so far, I feel for you, because that's unfortunate, and hopefully that turns around, and hopefully you experience some better time in the community, because it is a great community, and there's a lot of great people in this chat that would take the time to have a conversation with you and stuff. So I really feel free about that, and I have confidence that if you stick around long enough, and I don't want you to leave, but I think you might get a different opinion about the community as time goes on. At least I hope you do. I really do. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump back to the Venom, but I just wanted to address that really quick. G. Marie says it was good. Okay. Let's see. Papa Lucha said, I loved it. Well, that's awesome. There's 2 positive reviews. Darwin says, nope, I'm going to watch. Reggie says, saw it last night. Not awesome, but not terrible either. Okay, middle of the road. That's good. So, I mean, I've only read 3 on here, and so far nobody said it's horrible, so that's good. Saw it yesterday. I loved it. Probe. That's awesome. That's awesome. I don't say too much, but it is so worth a view. Okay, that's cool. Made me remember how cool Venom is. There's a lot of wow. I thought I'd get a different response, to be honest with you. Becky says, don't usually pay attention to reviews. It's easier said than done. You know what I'm saying? Because they're all out there and stuff, and you're like, but that's probably the best way to do it is, everybody has different tastes. So what you like and what they don't like is different things. So it's probably a good idea to try to stay away from reviews. And then maybe after you watch it, and if you have a feeling, to just go double check. Like, yep, they felt the same way. So Crawford Mason says, I'm out. This is boring. Crawford, sorry to hear that, man, but you're welcome back anytime. And thanks for taking the time to watch the stream. I do appreciate it. And you enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I'll always be around. So thanks, man. As I am new, I consider you all friends. Oh, JD, that's a very nice thing to say. Let's see. The boy got 7 says, I love this community. Just need to jump around until you find what you like. Exactly. Brenton, he says, I like this community. See, now the boy who had 7 said he loves this community, and Brenton just likes it. So they're both good. Brett Hess says, love the movie, or Venom Love, sorry. I love signed comics as this community is great. Great people talking comics. What could be better? I haven't seen it yet, but I always judge for myself. That's the way to go. Papa Lucha said, 18R Crawford. I don't know what that is. I think the people that didn't like was gonna like it anyways because it's not Disney. Yeah, there is a stereotype. Oh, it's not a Disney Marvel movie, so it might not be any good. And unfortunately, the reason that stereotype is there is because, let's be honest, most of the at least recently, most of the non-Disney Marvel movies have not been great. Fantastic Four was very forgettable, and that's a classic team, and you don't want to screw up Fantastic Four. The 2 Spider-Man movies that Sony did with that one guy from the Social Network, whatever his name is, I didn't think they were bad, but they weren't like great. And the second one wasn't that great, but the first one was okay. And what was the last X-Men movie, the Apocalypse? That was forgettable. That's too bad. But I have like some of the X-Men ones, but not the last one. Let's see. It's not what the comic book is post winner. I was satisfied. We have a great community here. So Pro 86, he was satisfied with Venom. You get to see awesome characters on the big screen. You do. Leonardo. How about Aquaman new trailer? That's on my list, man. I want to talk about that thing because that was pretty cool. Okay. So Venom not an R is a fail. Yeah, you know, here's the thing about Venom, and you can say the same thing for Deadpool. There's a lot of kids that love Venom and Deadpool for that matter. And obviously Deadpool stuck with the rated R rating and stuff, but the parents still took their kids to go see it. You know, let's face it, they still did. And but I was talking to someone and I said, you know, as much as I like Spider-Man for my generation, when I was a kid, the kids now, they have that same feeling towards like Deadpool or towards Venom. And so Sony probably recognized that, and that's why they dropped it. Was it a good decision? Probably not, you know, because we all know what Deadpool did. But I understand why they did, you know, because there is kids that really enjoy Venom, and they're probably just going to want to go to it, you know, by themselves. So it is what it is. It is what we got. And I haven't seen it yet. I haven't. Hopefully I see it this weekend. So I wanted to get your guys' opinion on there. But I definitely myself probably would have enjoyed it more if it was a rated R movie when I do go see it, because it'd be a lot more bloody and violent and stuff. And you know, like Rambo First Blood Part 2. Oh, good movie, R-rated or something. Brandon Stawinski says, I didn't like the movie much. There wasn't much of a story. It is entertaining. Okay. Yeah, so Brandon, he wasn't too impressed, which is fine. Venom is definitely going to land better for comic lovers who lived collected during the 90s. That's interesting. That's a good comment there. It probably will appeal more to the 90s fan of the Venom. And there's a lot of other stuff going on here. And let me go ahead and jump in. Somebody brought up the Aquaman 2 trailer, and that's actually on my list. And I want to talk about that trailer because that trailer was awesome. It was awesome. Let's just face it. It was like a 5-minute trailer. It showed a big clip of the movie. And I don't know what they were doing, but they were like going somewhere and they put something into something and it made something happen. And that was pretty cool. But you know, from what I've seen, and I enjoyed the first trailer as well, it looks good. It looks entertaining. It looks nice. It doesn't look like they're doing the CGC. Come on. They're doing the special effects, so they look real natural and very entertaining, and it flows very well. The rooftop scene where she's running around the roof, and also Aquaman, those look beautiful. beautiful scenes. I'm looking forward to that. And I can't wait to see the movie because I was excited for it after I saw the first trailer. And we're talking about Aquaman, and let's face it, Aquaman doesn't get a lot of love. But I think that this is a great step. I really hope that these trailers are a good example of what this movie is. The villain looks great. Everything looks fantastic. And he's wearing the green and orange at the end. And I didn't think that would be in the movie. And I thought that was pretty darn cool. Let's see. Lords of the Long Box. He's in the house. And he just gave a $2 super chat. And they have a live auction tonight at 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So 7 o'clock my time, Pacific Standard Time. You can get some pretty good deals on his auction. I've watched a few of them. I've never bid, but I've watched a bunch of his auctions, and there's some really cool comics and some nice variants that are on there quite a bit. And there's a bunch of different sellers. So if you guys haven't checked out Lords of the Long Box, please do, and let them know that Bueller sent you. Okay. And you can bid and you can win some comics, and they ship them right away. You know, like I said, there's a bunch of sellers. And he doesn't only do live auctions. He does other stuff as well. They have a weekly podcast like this, and they cover all the news that's going on. They talk about comics. They talk about movies. He'll be talking about Aquaman 2, the new trailer for sure. And the guy has really good insight. So it's worth watching, and it's enjoyable. You can tell that there's a lot of knowledge on the panel, and that's to be respected. So take the time. Go check out Lords of the Long Box. You'll definitely enjoy it. Let's see, and we're getting some other people in here. We got Prowler671. Hello, Prowler. Nice to have you. And I'm missing people. I know I am. I always miss people. There's the Comic Core. Chad, how you doing? Appreciate you being in here. Economics in Comics. Sorry, missed the first half. How's it going? It's going good. Economics and Comics. How you doing? I've been watching a few of your videos lately. I've enjoyed them. So keep up the good work. We're going to jump on over. We kind of talked about the Aquaman trailer. We talked about the Venom movie a little bit. Lords of the Long Box says, Bueller, where are you on the West Coast? I'm in Oregon, in the Pacific Northwest. It goes Comic Tom, Comics with Bueller, and Reggie Simmons, IFBB Pro. We got the whole West Coast covered. So there you go. But now I lost my train of thought. But anyway, Economics and Comics. I've been enjoying your videos. We talked about the Venom. Okay. We talked about Aquaman. There was a new trailer. I don't know if it was today or maybe yesterday for the Daredevil season 3. And apparently he's wearing his black pajamas again. And I wasn't a fan in the first season when he was wearing his black pajamas, but apparently he's wearing them again and stuff. So whatever, right? But this trailer that they showed, and it had the Kingpin guy in there, that looked awesome. He looked really cool. And I love that actor. He used to play on Law and Order, and he was in Full Metal Jacket. And if you haven't seen Full Metal Jacket, that will leave an impression on you for the rest of your life. But that's really cool. So, but I like the trailer. Besides the black, sleepy time wear that he's wearing, that wasn't really for me. And then like there's another Daredevil dude that's dressed up like Daredevil, and apparently I guess that's supposed to be Bullseye, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. So that's pretty cool. Lords of the Long Box says, I'm down in Orange County, West Side running. Thanks. Keep it up. Oh, thanks. I didn't know you were down there. For some reason, I thought you were in Florida or Texas, man. But awesome. He's on the West Coast as well. So the West Coast is pretty cool, man. They got a lot of cool people on the West Coast, and we got cool people on the East Coast, and then the people in the middle, they're okay. Let's see. We got Darwin Gomez. He's in here. I think I said hello to him. I saw someone else in here I wanted to say hello to, but I can't find it, and that's just the way it is. So one of the things I wanted to cover, and somebody said Full Metal Jacket in here, so that's awesome. So the Joker, there's a new Joker movie coming out, and this is old news. Everybody knows that there's a new Joker and stuff. But one of the things is, obviously, there's a new actor playing Joker, and this is the fourth actor to play Joker in the movies. Okay, obviously there was a Joker. Mark Hamill was the voice of Joker in the animated series and some of the animated movies. And then you had the gentleman who played the Joker in the old TV show, and they also made like a little movie for that as well. But for the most part, you have Jack, who played it in the original Batman movie with Michael Keaton, and then you have the other guy. I can't remember his name. The Joaquin Phoenix, Joaquin Phoenix. He's the new one. And then Jared Leto, who played the one in Suicide Squad. And then the other guy is Heath Ledger. Was it Heath Ledger, the one that passed away? Was it? I think so. I might have forgot, so I feel bad. So anyway, so we've had those four. Heath Ledger. Thank you so much, Leonardo. I appreciate that. So we have had four actors in the movies play Joker. And I wanted to know what your guys' favorite one was or is so far. And obviously we can't throw in Joaquin Phoenix, so we haven't seen that. So we really only have three to judge. And the reason I want to bring this up, because I was on another live show last week, and somebody's favorite Joker was the Jared Leto guy. And you do not hear that very often. And he kind of gave me the reason why. And I thought it was pretty interesting. And we've all seen him. And my daughter's in here now, Paige Noakes. Hello, Paige. That's my lovely daughter. And she's working out and she's getting all strong and stuff. And she's like benching all this weight and lifting all this weight. And she's going to be competing in fitness competitions. So that's pretty cool. My daughter said Heath Ledger. I didn't think she'd pick Jack Nicholson. So that's all right. But it looks like here everybody is saying Heath Ledger. And isn't it sad that we only got him for that one movie? I mean, that movie, that second Batman movie that he was in, it wasn't even like a Batman movie. It was like a crime drama, and then they put superheroes in the movie. It was a movie that anyone could watch that didn't even like superheroes, because it was that good of a movie. And the characters that they portrayed, Batman, the Joker, they did an amazing job. Heath Ledger killed it, as Darwin Gomez said. He really did. He embodied it. He felt it. I was like, I left that movie creeped out by his performance. He really embodied that character. I remember reading Batman, The Killing Joke, and books like that, and then Batman, The Dark Knight by the Frank Miller one. And those always had an effect on me, how the Joker was portrayed in those books. And that's how I felt seeing Heath Ledger's performance in the second Batman movie. And it's really sad that, unfortunately, he passed away, and we lost that great actor to probably play the best, and honestly, probably the best Joker we're going to get. And I don't want to take anything away from Joaquin Phoenix, but it's a very high standard to live up to. Now, I want to spend some time on the first Joker, which is Jack. And I always call the guy Jack. So there you go. But anyway, that was a fun movie with Michael Keaton and stuff. I remember seeing that movie, and Jack was doing this thing, and I was a big fan of The Shining and all his movies and stuff. And it was a different Joker, but it was a funner, lighter side of Joker. The other Joker from the Heath Ledger was a dark Joker. And even though the one from the original Batman movie was dark, there was humor involved. And he played the humor very well, and it was very enjoyable. And I like the fact that we have two movies with two different actors that play Joker, and they're both very different, but both very enjoyable. So I like the fact that we have that. And then we move on to the Jared Leto guy. And I've seen Jared Leto in a bunch of movies, and I've enjoyed some of his work. And I don't think we got enough screen time of Jared Leto in the Suicide Squad to get a full picture on what he could do with the character. I think I read somewhere where he was only in the picture for a total of like 13 minutes or 14 minutes. And you compare that to the other two actors that played the Joker, and they monopolized the screen time for the most part. Now that being said, the 13 to 15 minutes that he was on there did not leave a good impression on the community as far as fans of the Joker. I've never seen the Joker have a grill. He was the I was like, I watched that movie. I was like, is this? Am I watching MTV Cribs? Type thing, because that used to be a show. I don't know if that's still on, but that's kind of how I felt when I was watching his portrayal of the Joker. And it wasn't like it was bad. It was just so different. I love the actress who played Harley Quinn in there and stuff. I thought she did a great job, and so I like that. But as far as his portrayal of it, it left a sour taste in our mouths, and I think that's why we're a little jaded right now on Joaquin Phoenix's portrayal of the Joker. That's going to be coming out, I think, next year sometime, and that's too bad because Joaquin Phoenix is a great actor, and he's done a lot of good work, and he's got a big range. And I've enjoyed everything that for the most part, everything that he's done. It's been good stuff. And from what I understand, it's an origin story for the Joker. And I don't want people to pass judgment on it too quick, because I think out of every villain that we have, he is probably the only villain that can pull a whole movie by himself. He doesn't need another character. He doesn't need a Batman or another superhero to go against. The Joker is the one villain out of all the villains in almost all of comics that can pull a movie on him for himself. So I'm looking forward to seeing what that is. And let me jump to the chat here, because there's a lot of stuff going on. The first Batman 1989 movie was huge. It was great. It was so much fun. It was so different from what was out there. So I really enjoyed it. Jam says, I think that's all we could tolerate from Leto. Yeah, I think you're about right. We'll see how he does in Morbius. Yeah, that'll be interesting. I don't know how that's going to turn out. That's kind of interesting that they would do a movie on Morbius type, or more bias. I don't know how to pronounce that name either. It was too little to feel too much overall about it. Yeah, that's kind of how I feel. He wasn't in the movie a lot. I mean, he probably could have made more of it if they gave him more screen time. So that's kind of the way I was looking at it. Let's see. The Boy Who Had Seven hated the whole movie, the whole Suicide Squad. Yeah, it didn't make any sense, really, that Suicide Squad movie, if that's the one you're talking about. Leto's Joker was more of a pimp, but I think it was not given enough screen time. Yeah, he was the pimp version of the Joker. So that's pretty funny. And it's a origin story that we have never got. Yeah, I'm looking for. That's the thing I like. I want to see how the Joker becomes the Joker. And there's a really cool thing. I don't know if you guys watch Gotham, and I still don't know if the character that's in Gotham is supposed to be the Joker, because they kind of dance around it, or at least they have for like a couple seasons. They might have updated it since the last few episodes I saw. But they kind of dance around this character in the TV show Gotham, and they give you an origin and a backstory, and he very well could be the Joker, but I don't really know if it is. But that's a great show, and I've enjoyed it. And I enjoy learning the backstory through the Hollywood's view of what the Joker would be. It's not obviously going to be exactly the same what we're familiar with, and that's okay, because they always take their own liberties. He played Johnny Cash well, but still not a big fan. I Walked the Line. That was a good movie. I enjoyed that one. Jared Leto will probably play a better Morbius, the living vampire, than Joker. I think he's right. I think that's an easier role to play, because you're following. Look who you're following up. It's nobody's played Morbius before, so there's nothing to compare it to. So he can make it his own. So that's a better place to be than having two legendary actors play this character before. Let's see. Carlia says, I don't think we'll get a true origin. I think it'll be convoluted and still a mystery for the most part, like how Ledger played the Dark Knight. It could be. We'll have to wait and see. Hopefully they put a little bit of light on it and stuff, and from the early looks, and really we've only seen maybe 20 seconds of the movie, it's intrigued me for sure. It definitely has sparked my interest. Genome Presents is hey, Bueller and Buells and audience. Hello, appreciate you coming. Did you hear how they talked about the script of Dark Avengers movie? Nope, I didn't hear that. Was that today from the New York City Comic Con? There's a lot of stuff coming from New York City Comic Con, and really, there's going to be stuff all week. So there's everything that I want to talk about probably for New York City Comic Con. We'll talk about next week because we'll have the information available. We can get a little more detail on it. Let's see. Economics Comics says, love Gotham. Yeah, it's a great show. It's a lot of fun. Dustin Herrick. Yeah, I heard he will be called the Joker next season. Okay. Yep. I wasn't sure about that, but that's kind of cool. And I think in the TV show, like he's died and come back to life, and then there's a twin or the clone, or I don't know. I've lost it. So I missed the second half of last season. So I got to go back and watch it. It sucks that the show is ending. The guy that plays on Shameless as well. Yeah, I heard that this is the last season. I don't think it's a full season either, if I'm not mistaken. I think Lello could have done much better if he had gone in a different direction. I think he probably could. I don't know how much freedom he had as far as like what his direction could be, type thing. But the Joker is not an easy character to play. Let's just say it's probably one of the hardest roles in Hollywood to play. So I don't envy anyone who wants to tackle that role because of the history behind it and what happened to Heath Ledger, and then having a multi-Oscar winner play it before that. So not an easy role to take over. Tom Bear gets some of those dope Crane variants. Yeah, in the comics, Batman found out that there's 3 Jokers. I didn't know that. What is that one from? Batman found out there's 3 Jokers. Interested in seeing where this 3 Jokers things will go. Everyone thanks Bueller for doing the live show. Awesome, keep up with the good work. Well, thank you very much, Ruben. I appreciate that. And we're almost getting to the end. And guys, I gotta apologize because I'm a little bit tired. So I might not have been as focused as I wanted to be today doing the live stream. But I do have my little notes and stuff I wanted to cover, and then we've kind of covered everything, so that's pretty good. But I do want to kind of wrap it up. It's been a lot of fun. We talked about a nice topic. The Joker topic is always something that gets people riled up. And also who played Batman, who's your favorite Batman? That's a whole nother one that gets people all riled up. Michael Keaton, he's probably my favorite, at least for the both of the movies, and not Val Kilmer, not George Clooney, type thing, but it's all good. And not Ben Affleck. John's comments with kids. Sorry I missed the show. That's all right, John. I was wondering where you were. Usually you're in here. Becky said, good live today. Thank you, Becky. I appreciate that. And Christian Bale, yeah, he's awesome. Keaton for sure. Yep, easy things. But anyway, guys, it's about we've been going for a little over an hour. I want to wrap it up. I want to say thanks to the people who gave the super chat, Lords of the Long Box, JD, and Damon. I really do appreciate that. We'll try to put that in the Get My Own Internet Fund. So that'll be a lot of fun. And to everyone else, and let me see if I can kind of see here. Tim Dunham, Carlito, John's Comments with Kids, Steve, Economics and Comics, Dustin, The Boy Who Had 7, Becky, Barbarona, I mixed it up again, Kung Fu. Thank you so much. I love signed comics. I had a lot of fun. Brett Hess, thank you guys. If I missed any questions, leave them in the comments down below this video after it's posted, and you can leave them in there. I do appreciate it. I got to get a little bit of a break because I think I'm on the Comic Core tonight, which starts in like 15 minutes. So if you guys want to head over there, you're more welcome to. If you don't want to, you don't have to. But I always recommend checking it out. And G. Marie gave me a piece, so thank you so much. Thanks, everybody. This is a lot of fun. Next week, we'll be back. We'll talk New York City Comic Con and all the stuff that's going on. And we'll go over some other books and a whole bunch of other good stuff. And that's pretty much all I have. So I want to say thanks. Don't forget to like and subscribe. You know what to do. We'll see you next time. Bye. I got to press the button.